your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
All right, calm conditions across the area here tonight. A lot of cloud cover, though, as you can see here on our satellite and radar picture. Those clouds are going to be sticking around through pretty much the entire day tomorrow, along with the opportunity for a little bit of very light rain. Now, temperatures are in the mid-30s here this evening. Still holding stronger into Springfield. You can see that 39-degree reading. And we're really not going to see the temperature hover or really move a whole lot. It's going to pretty much hover in those mid-30s. We're going to come back, talk more about the rain potential for the weekend, and then how Christmas, well, the weather is really going to take a turn. We're going to talk about some of the coldest air so far this season, and that could come right around Christmas Day. We'll show it to you coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
The battle against COVID-19 continues, and it's even more difficult for those who are behind bars. And the battle for the Macon County Sheriff's Office continues because 2 years later, ballots are still in question. And the pandemic changed the rules for Toys for Tots, but your generosity is making this Christmas a great one for a lot of kids.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
I was glad that I found out on this side of freedom as opposed to still being incarcerated.
He thought he had a cold when he was released on parole from the Danville Correctional Center, but instead, it turned out to be COVID-19. Good evening. I'm Jessica Coons, in for Paul and Jennifer. Craig Hardaway is one of more than 150 inmates and staff to come down with the virus there. This comes as leaders of the Department of Corrections are sharing how the fight against COVID-19 is going in their facilities. WCIA 3's Jen Lask is live in our newsroom. Jen, you listened to a Senate hearing with IDOC this morning. What did you find out?
Well, Jessica, the acting director of IDOC said that COVID-19's outbreak has presented a unique infections control challenge within these correctional facilities. Now, State Senator Jill Tracy asked about medical treatment in correctional centers, saying she's heard reports of inmates' conditions worsening while waiting to see physicians, and that's something inmates' families have told us as well. Jeffrey says they're trying to get ahead of a backlog of cases across facilities and are even testing a pilot telehealth program with UIC in northern state centers. I spoke with Craig Hardaway today, an inmate who was released on parole last week. He says he wasn't tested and then went to see family.
I feel horrible. Everybody started to go get tested. So far, we haven't had a positive result. So that's good. But I feel horrible. I'm thinking I'm good.
Mass testing at the facility went into effect this Wednesday in response to the outbreak. Of course, as we said, Hardaway had been released the week before. He says he called the mother of his cellmate once he got his test results from an urgent care after his release. His cellmate is now waiting for his own results. Hardaway says he thinks the warden at Danville is doing the best she can at enforcing COVID-19 rules, but not everyone takes it seriously. Now, the state senators also asked about vaccines and where IDOC falls on that priority list. Right now, state health staff members at the facilities are at the top of the priority list, but there's no word yet where the rest of the staff and inmates would fall on that list. Back to you.
All right, interesting, Jen. Thank you. Now, Illinois prison populations have dropped 19% since the start of the pandemic, partly because of furloughs. Right now, 198 inmates at adult transition centers have been furloughed, along with 22 men and women with medical issues and 17 new mothers. The state's 7-day positivity rate has dropped below the 10% mark. It's now 9.7%. There are more than 7,300 new cases across the state, making almost 887,000 total. 4,700 people are in the hospital. Just over 1,000 are in the ICU. Almost 600 are on ventilators. For more on those numbers, you can go to WCIA.com. Schools in Mahomet are rolling out a new COVID-19 testing method. This will get results back faster. This testing will be the antigen testing method, or rapid testing. It's different from PCR testing, which is what's currently offered at Marketplace Mall in Champaign and at Carl.
Certainly exciting, but also we just look at it as another tool. It's not like the answer to anything. It's just one more tool in the toolbox, and I think adds another level of safety for our staff and students as well.
Staff members have been using this method for 2 weeks, and it'll start for students after winter break. Tests will be processed on site, and results should come back within 15 minutes. This is a follow-up. The owner of former JT Walker's in Mahomet says government funding cannot save his restaurant. Justin Taylor got nearly $160,000 in federal COVID relief money. He says that money could not pay 40 to 50 employees for more than a couple of months. Taylor's restaurant was shut down after a visit by public health. He says carry-out only service wasn't paying the bills. That's why he'll be at a rally in front of public health tomorrow, where he says he'll be supporting unemployed food service workers. And another update for you tonight, the fight over the 2018 Macon County Sheriff's race is still going on. Sheriff Tony Brown and Jim Root were in court today. WCIA 3's Cole Hankey was in court as well. He's live for us now. So Cole, the judge gave Root's lawyers some time to respond to the latest developments in this case.
That's right. Sheriff Tony Brown's lawyers filed 2 motions last night. One of them asks the judge to stop Lieutenant Jim Root's lawyers from bringing any evidence of alleged fraud into the trial. Brown's lawyers point to a previous court's ruling that said there was no evidence of fraud in this case, and they're hoping that that shows that this issue has already been settled. These requests did not affect what happened in the courtroom today, though, so the judge gave Root's lawyers just over a week to get their argument in writing. The judge set the deadline at December 28th. That's also when Root's legal team plans to bring forward a witness to the alleged fraud. If the judge does accept Brown's request, though, there is a possibility that that witness could not testify, but Root's legal counsel doesn't see that happening.
It could have some impact, but I would look forward to being able to produce our witnesses and have them testify.
Day 2 of the trial was a slow one as both sides were there to continue entering contested ballots into the record. No actual rulings were made on these ballots. In total, both lawyers have put around 224 ballots up for the judge to look over. And remember, the recount that happened over the summer on this case, the hand recount showed Sheriff Brown winning by 18 votes after the initial count showed Sheriff Brown winning by only 1 vote. Now, both sides are scheduled to come back to the courtroom after the holidays on December 29th. Reporting in Decatur, I'm Cole Hankey, WCIA 3. Your local news leader.
All right, Cole, thank you. We have more information about the man suspected of setting a house on fire in Decatur. Michael Dixon has a record of arson. He was arrested for setting 2 fires in Panama City, Florida in 2016. Police say he was out on probation when he moved to Illinois, and Dixon is now facing arson charges in Macon County related to the fire you just saw. Voters said yes to a $183 million referendum for projects in one town. Well, one of those looks like 4 years later. Also tonight.
It's been kind of overwhelming in a really positive way.
COVID-19 did not stop people's generosity this year as they helped families trying to make ends meet. All right, Kevin, a week from today, Christmas, we've got some decent weather leading up to the big day.
Right before, yes. Christmas Day, no. It's going to get really cold, it looks like here. But, yes, we've got some warmer temperatures eventually coming our way. 37 and 19. It was chilly out there this morning, but that's actually close to normal. The normal low is 20 degrees. Coming at you, though, more about the potential rain for the weekend. There is a nice warm-up, but how Christmas really changes things up is coming up.